All right, let's see how you manage your time. Okay, so I'm already kind of annoyed with your lackadaisical approach. Okay, hold on. Let me pause the music. Let's talk about this really quickly. I'm already kind of like slightly annoyed with your lackadaisical approach to playing the game, like sitting in the base. This is not the biggest thing in the world. The reason why I'm annoyed with it is because just even looking at this Grux, which is super random, right? It allows shit like this to happen, right? Like your early time needs to be spent covering chokes and placing a ward and going back to base and grabbing sentries and all this kind of stuff, right? So I think like having a slow / lazy approach to playing the game is going to get you into weird situations where if he walks up and steals your red, you kind of did it to yourself. So if he walks up and steals your red, it's literally your fault. So let's see if that's what happens, because I'm kind of anticipating he's sitting here waiting for that. Oh, God. I really don't want to see this happen. Also, play up the ledge so you can see him, too. I'm hoping that you were able to catch him there. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh! Yes! Okay. Instantly grab your Q, rock him, beat the fuck out of this dude. Okay? Instantly grab your Q, pull your rock, and beat the shit out of this dude. Where are you going? What are you doing? No! He's level 1. You're level 2. Beat the shit out of him. Okay, it's okay. Now you know. Now you know. If you ever get the level 2 to the level 1 fight, it's free. It's free. Beat the shit out of that guy. Honestly, you could brawl this if the Morgush is here. Ah, fuck this, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. All of that was good. Stop what you're doing. Stop that. Don't hit the lave. You don't need to do anything for the laner. Don't piss off your laner on accident. All right. Hear me out. Hear me out. Your entire red jungle is down, right? Your entire red jungle is down. You just got 2 kills or an assist on right lane, right? There's nothing for you to do over here, and you are now forced to fully cross back over into mid, or to continue doing whatever you're gonna do, right? Like you're forced. You have to go from over here. You have to cut across here to try to do something, right? How much gold do you have? 958. How much does brimstone cost? 850. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get that kill. You walk into this fog wall right here. You instantly back. Go back. Go buy your brimstone. Jump to your blue side. So you can maximize your time, because you know how much gold you have and you know what you're playing for. Another situation where you're spotted, you don't have sentries. Okay, so 3.5 minutes into the game, you use your first ward. I'm glad that you used it, because I was about to complain about that. But again, you want sentries. You know what I mean? You don't really want to sit on wards this long. I basically don't play the game with wards at all. Like as a jungler, it's not really your job to ward a whole lot. So, like I said, in the first minute of the game, I place a ward. After that, I go back to base and I go buy sentries before I even get to my first camp. So, just something to think about. Going for the Murdoch here is going to be elite if you can pull it off. You put 2 points in your E. That's a big mistake. Rampage, you always want to max the Q. The Q on Rampage increases the stun duration. So, your clear time and your damage output is going to be higher by maxing your E. You don't want to max your E. You want to be that tank that disrupts, that gets in there and gets damage because they're sitting there stunned in front of you. So definitely make this adjustment going forward. It's gonna pay off, I promise. It feels like it might be one of those really small trivial things. It's not. Maxing the Q is imperative on Rampage. It increases until they change it to where it doesn't increase the stun duration. That's the way to go. So wait, can I just click? Isn't this a thing? Yeah, I can. Okay, let's watch this one. So I'm going to slow this down. The second you see him, so you see him here, jump in front of him. Jump right here. If you jump in front of him, you have body block on him. So you can literally jump in front of him, start body blocking him, and you can pull your rock. You're probably not going to be able to do a whole lot with it right away, because he's either going to silence you or hook you. Yo, defenses, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Much love to you, homie. but I would still like to see you jump straight in front of him, because what it could do is like it could give room for your Howie to try to get there. He's dealing with the Grux, but at minimum, it's like a better 1v1 fight for you, right? Yeah, defenses. We're doing some VOD reviews. I'm actually probably not doing a ton of them. I'm playing Marvel Snap and doing it. But yeah, so he is low on mana. He might have enough. That might be enough for a Q. I really don't know. I'm gonna be honest. He might not have enough. But yeah, you jump right here in his face, and it's gonna force him to be in a really, really weird position. So you know, you'd be body blocking him all the way up to this wall. He wouldn't. All this running he's doing, he has no room to do that. Then you pull your Q, then you Q him. All of this is just like, it's just way too slow reaction, right? You know, that one I sent is sub 20 minutes, just a heads up. Yo, just keep the code for me so I can pull it up in a bit. So yeah, so you're just a little behind on reacting to what you're saying. So just try to be a little bit more proactive on like a play like that. Because like this stun's not going to do anything. All of this just is turning into a waste of time. I mean, that said, you could have run into the Grux, or you could even have held the rock for the Grux. So if you had like a little bit higher awareness there, you probably could have done, you know, something more there. So here's the thing with MOBAs, right? MOBAs are all about momentum. That's literally how you win the game. It's just by having more momentum than them and then cashing in on that momentum. So like in the early game, you walked over a ward on the stairs right over here. A little bit ago, a little bit after that, you walked on a ward near the river buff. You know what I mean? Like all of these wards that you're walking over could be wards that you're removing. So yeah, you can add to the wards on the map, or you could pull away safety from them. And the sooner you kill a ward, the more value you're getting out of your sentry, because you're removing that safety from them, right? So it's like you adding a ward doesn't actually give a ton of momentum, because you're just kind of like additionally adding vision, where you could be denying vision. And then when you're denying vision, it makes them feel less safe, which might change the way they play. You know, they might play more passive in the lane. They might get ganked because of it. They may be, you know what I mean? They may not, the mid laner may not feel comfortable going for the river buff. So sentries on jungle, it's like, dude, I literally don't play the game. 99% of the game is played with sentries for jungle, and it should be that way. I do think that there's some scenarios where like when you're getting your ass beat, you can swap sentries for wards because your team is just so far pushed on your side. I don't even do it though. I think it's something that could be explored in solo queue, but that's a topic for another day, really. So look at his positioning. Instead of passively waiting for a free level set or like free 7-minute river buff, go beat the shit out of his health bar. Because if you go beat the shit out of his health bar, he's going to be forced to run away from the both of y'all, which guarantees that you probably will get the river buff. You basically get both of them. So you're going to get it now anyways. I think this jump is a little premature. You don't really need to do that. Good stun, good follow-up. Y'all are going to get the kill, and that's good. Well, if you had your jump, you wouldn't have had to burn flash, most likely. Oh, no. Oh, there's so much wrong with this play. Yeah, there's just no point to doing that. You always want to try to walk into your ganks if you can. So, good stun. I mean, all of this is great. It's just the fact that you lose mobility economy. Okay, here's the other thing. You could insta-flash after him and try to kill him quickly. And like that's mostly what you do. I don't think it's a terrible play. You've already kind of done this to yourself. It's when you step under and you realize he's level 6 that it gets bad, right? Yeah, all of this chase, like if you didn't kill him like at these steps right here, I think you have to walk away. And unfortunately for you, I don't know if you could flash fast enough to avoid this shot. Like maybe you could. It's semantics, right? Like I'm gonna say like probably flash here, but like I don't know if you can. It's like it's hard to anticipate the timing and if you could reach for the button fast enough. But if you could have flashed here, think about it. Maybe it's just one of those like 50-50 things. Like I don't know, maybe, but probably not. I think you're probably dead already. So you might have could have flashed that. I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, consider flashing that death. Okay, your teammate dies in duo lane. I wonder if you're going to run straight to Fang, because I actually think it could be a decent play. Or okay, so you have two choices, right? You have two choices here. When your teammate dies in duo lane, you either know that you have to give up that Fang, and you go try to trade something else, right? Go for Mini Prime, go into his blue jungle, or you try to show up to Fang. I think given the current spot in the game, you're probably going to have to give this up. I don't know that you're going to be able to do anything with 4 of them committed on it. So A part of me says like the safe play. Can you kill Mini Prime on 6? With a little bit of help, or with your ultimate, you probably can. It's going to take a while, and it's going to suck to do. But if you have smites, which this gets bugged, I can't actually ever see how many smites you have. If you have like at least one smite, you can probably do it. You're going to have to use your ult for it. I think the safest thing to do in this situation is just to go invade his blue side. Because going to Fang, it's not a terrible idea. It's really not, because they might get it. You might show up. You might be able to pick up a couple kills. Your howitzer can follow you in. Maybe the Kira pinches in. There's potential. There's potential in cleaning up the post Fang fight, but it's not guaranteed. So I think invading blue is probably the best thing you could do here, because you can basically never gank over here. I mean, you have your ult and you place a ward, but you just like, okay, you're gonna go in, which is great because they're committed. Ult. Ult. It was late. It doesn't matter much, but late. I don't want to give them time, right? I was gonna be afraid to dive. I think you. Oh wait, I didn't even see the Grux there. Wait. Okay. I need to watch all of this back because I was not paying attention to the Grux there. Okay, let's watch this back. All right, we have cooldowns now. I can see that you have both cooldowns. When the hell did the Grux get here? Okay, yeah, ult faster because you want to insta-rock. You don't want to give him, like, if he has his flash, which I think he does if the UI is correct, then he could have just flashed out of your rock and that would have been bad. So try to like ult when you're getting to the fight. Like, there's not really much benefit to saving it for the gank. Okay. It still ends up working out just fine. And so I think from here, you need to insta-peel the Kira. Yeah. Ult, jump on him, and then rock. Yeah. Or ult rock, depending. If you're comfortable with just ult rocking instantly, that's fine. But like ult jumping in, point blank rocking is always fine too, especially on a carry. Like that's a perfectly acceptable thing to do. It may, like, that could lead to a scenario where he flashes out and then you can't follow up. So like that's something to consider. But it depends on like how you're feeling about it. Like if you feel like there's enough time to just walk in ult at medium range, or like ult rock medium range and then save the jump, you could do that. That I think that's fine. Okay, let me watch what you do from here now that I know the Grux is here. Okay. Dude, go help her. Go help her. Go help her, please. Oh, neither one of y'all turned and helped. Okay. Yeah, okay. Dude, heck the Belica, right? Like, she's already, you didn't see him in the situation? Okay, that's fair. Because I didn't see him originally either. I mean, I'm not playing the game, but that's like the only way that would make sense, right? Because you have to, you gotta peel that, right? You don't even have anything. It's not like you could have rocked or anything, but like just body blocking and being there would have been helpful. So yeah, you know, awareness, you know, blah 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 blah, awareness kind of thing. But I mean, like I said, that's fine. If you did see it, definitely go for it. Also, again, I'm just gonna spit this out because it's bothering me. Just put your point in, man. Like pick your point. Like it's there. You can. It takes a millisecond. Let's just look at the game state for a bit. 11-5. You don't have any big cooldowns or anything. You got your blue. That's cool. I think like there's nothing. I'm trying to think if there's anything I would be focusing on. I would maybe say this is probably something I feel like most like newer junglers and just newer players in general. I say newer, lesser experienced, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. Most players never emphasize mini prime at all. Like not at all. It's something to think about, right? Like there should be periods of time in the game where you're thinking to yourself, hey, I should gank mid so I can free up mid so I can call for mini prime. They can help me with mini prime. I can grab the mini prime. I can take the mini prime to Fangtooth. Or, hey, I could gank off lane. It frees up off lane. I can go for mini prime. I can grab the mini prime for myself, or I can give it to off lane to help them win their lane better. So mini prime needs to be a thought. Like a lot of people don't play for mini prime at all. It's actually a really strong objective. You just have to know what to do with it. The thing with mini prime versus like something like Fangtooth is Fangtooth is going to give you value. It's just going to give it to you. You kill it, cool. You got value out of it. With mini prime, you kill it. It's a huge investment of time. And then you have to earn the value out of it. But the value can be good. So don't ignore mini prime, but also like you have to think about what the hell you're going to do with it. This should be a... So that jump I actually think was unnecessary. Yeah, it's another jump that's just unnecessary. You need to walk into your ganks. That's okay. So my two biggest points for you so far are play with sentries and walk into your ganks. Like this jumping into your ganks thing is it's losing you kills, man. It's absolutely losing you kills. Like look at the angle. Look how deep they are. If you just walk into this, you literally let him leave. Like because if you don't know where his flash is, then you have to assume he has it. So like if you walk here, he maybe flashes to try to get past you, and then you just turn and rock him. And then if he continues to move, or if he continues to walk, then you just jump and chase after him, you know? So, like, walk into your ganks. Try to, like, 90% of your ganks, or 80% of your ganks, you need to walk into them, and then you jump to follow up. Now, in the late game team fights, you can jump into your ganks, right? Like, you literally just fly in and boom, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, what up, Beyond? How's it going, homie? So yeah, I would say try to walk into your ganks if you can. In late game team fights, you can be a little bit more aggressive, but for ganking, you always want to try to walk into your ganks. Okay. This is good response, though. That's annoying. I hate Belica. Oh, this is fine. It's all fine. Run, Decker, run. Run! Why would she ult you there? God, these players are so bad. Yes, yes, yes. All of that is good. Okay, I gotta get frustrated for a second here. I have to, I'm sorry. It's not even at you. Everybody in this game is bad. Like, everyone in this game is so bad. Like, they just got 5-man prime, and they just run into y'all's face and die. It's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid watching them play that. Like, it's so dumb. Like, they had prime, and they just literally run at your face and die, and it's just so dumb. So, y'all are kind of back in the game now, which is crazy, because it's 23-24. Nice. Get the inhib. Get the inhib. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get the inhib. Come on. Come on. Nice. That's good. Hey, hey, get out of there. Get out of there. Hey, you're throwing. Unnecessary flash, and you're dead. Oh, I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at you. I'm so incredibly mad. Get the fuck out of there. There's nothing left for you. Get out. Get out of there, Happy. Get out of there, dude. So much momentum you just gave them for free. Get out of there. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. What do we got going on here? You need to get better with rocks. You need to be better with the rock. You need to be better at rocking. You need to take those rocks and you need to hit the players with it. Get better at the rock, man. There's so many there's so many little rock mistakes you make. Like, you're just so impatient. Like, you just pull it and throw it sometimes, and like sometimes you just need to hold it for a second, you know what I mean? I feel controller how it's not easy. I know, but it hurts, man. It hurts, you know? All right, King Happy, let's give you my recap, and we're gonna go from there. Build solid. I think that you need to up your frequency of ganking by like 10 to 15%. Be a little bit more present in the lanes. Like help your team a little bit more. Play the game with sentries. You didn't play with sentries at all. That's the biggest takeaway. The number one thing at the top of the list is play with sentries. That's the number one thing at the top of the list.